This playthrough is rated T for teen.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic 2: The Sith Lords. In the last episode, we found the head of the droid that had seen Captain Sulio's murder, and we were able to show it to the right authorities, despite the higher-ups' intentions to want to put any more work into it. We were able to release Dagon Ghent. Unfortunately, we didn't find out who actually killed Captain Sulio, but I guess in the grand scheme of things, that's not what we were here for. We're here to release this guy so we can get closer to the palace and get on with our quest. And as a favor to Mandalore, because we want him on our side. Because Mandalorians, if you want the best warriors in the galaxy, well, you get Jedi. But if you want the second best warriors in the galaxy, you get the Mandalorians. So anyway, let's talk to Dagon and find out a bit more about him and then what to do next. Why are you let's see. Mandalore said you might be able to help now. I need to get in touch with someone. Mess should have been looted. What do you know about? How do you know about? Why are you locked up in the first place?
Wrong place, wrong time. Captain Sulio and I were acquaintances. It just happened to be too close when she got dead. Real shame. She wasn't bad to look at, and she could drink.
You don't feel too bad that she died. There wasn't really enough emotion in your voice talking about how she died. Maybe he's already gone through the process of grieving, I guess. I don't know. You have any idea who killed her?
No, and at this point, I don't care. Just glad to be free.
Yeah, glad you care about getting justice for her murder, I guess. You don't care?
She's dead now. Not like finding whoever did it will bring her back. I deal with death all the time. We all end up like her eventually.
Are you like one of those doctors that does it so often that just you kind of, despite the Hippocratic Oath and all this other stuff, it just becomes another thing? You know, I call it, she's dead. Oh well. She's dead, Jim. Just toss him off a cliff. Actually, how do you know Mandalore?
We go way back. Way before he became Mandalore. In my experience, Mandalorians always know about the doctors around. For some strange reason, they keep getting into scrapes. You want to know more? Ask him yourself.
But he's weird. He sleeps in his armor all the time. Like, he never takes off the helmet. Seriously, you can never take off. I mean, even when he has no equipment, Mandalore does not unequip it, because I think, if I remember correctly, it's required that he wears his armor plate or whatever. So, this place is a mess. It must have been looted.
Yeah, it was. Although it looked pretty much like this to begin with.
Next time I get a cut on my hand, I'm gonna go somewhere else. I thought doctor's office would be more sterile.
Cool dirt never killed anyone. Well, maybe a few people. But they didn't pay too well, so they got what they deserve. I give my customers a menu of options. If they go for the deluxe, I'll clean up the place and put on a new smock. Otherwise, they knew the risks.
It kind of reminds me of it was kind of a joke, an adult when I was in the Scouts used to say, he used to say, God made dirt so dirt don't hurt. Except that's not true at all. Well, I mean, depending on your metaphysical or ideologies, but like, if that's the case, God also probably made disease and all the other stuff which is in the dirt. So, but that was I think he was always joking. I don't think he was ever serious about it to a point anyway. Alright, don't you call them patients?
Patients, customers, idiotic hut spawn, call them what you like. Most doctors tell you that they get into the business to save lives. Most of them are flaming liars. At least I'll tell you the truth. I'm in it for the credits.
Well, I'll admit, most modern doctors get, well, I guess depending on where your practice is and all that, usually get a 7-figure income every year. So, there are some doctors that do it obviously for, pro bono or don't charge a whole lot, but they usually don't. They usually live in third world countries or go to or join the Peace Corps or join Doctors Without Borders, stuff like that. But it's true, a lot of doctors that don't move around do it for the money. Despite, I mean, they do go to college for 7 years and other such, and probably 3 more years for extra extended practice. So it's not like they didn't put the work into it. But anyway, I want to talk about something else instead of about people's livelihoods and how what's the jump between paying someone a lot of money for saving your life and not bankrupting them for the rest of their days. Anyway, Mandalore said you might be able to help me out. I need to get in touch with someone from the palace.
Not many people can help you out with that. There have been several assassination attempts on Queen Talia. That place is locked tighter than a Hud's vault. I know a few people, though. Who do you need to get in touch with?
Who is trying to kill the queen?
Nobody knows for sure, but everybody thinks that General Fakmu has to have something to do with it. They're keeping the attempts quiet, but that place is locked down tight.
Gonna have trouble getting in then. I'm trying to get in touch with a Jedi Master who's inside the palace.
A Jedi Master, you say? Now that is interesting. It's quite a bounty in Jedi these days. Not that I'm looking to collect, but there's a master there. I think I know who it is.
So it's like this guy sometimes acts interested and sometimes doesn't. I wonder if that was the voice directing for this, or just, you know, I doubt we hear this voice actor again, or if we do, it's in a different mode and character. But anyway, who do you think it is?
I'm not certain. Otherwise, I tell you. But the man I'm thinking about is smart, likes to stay in the shadows, and is cryptic as hell. If he isn't a Jedi Master, he should become one.
And he also wears the robes, just like I do. I swear every Jedi in this game wears like the same outfit almost. So it's like, I wonder if you're a Jedi. You wear robes and all this other stuff, like a monk. Can you get in touch with someone inside the palace?
There's a slight problem with that. I know you don't want to hear that since you went through all the effort of springing me out. The thing is, scavengers have already looted most of my stuff. Most of it's garbage anyway, so I don't care too much. But I did have a couple of encrypted holodisks that they nabbed. So here's the punchline. I need those discs because they have some contact information on them. People I know you don't just walk up and chat with. There's a procedure. And that holodisk has the procedure.
Oh good, another fetch quest. Hooray! We'll eventually get in the palace eventually. Who has
The Kel's gang pretty much owns this street. From what I hear, she's the one that cleaned me out. She's in the local cantina most days. She's tough as Drexel leather and more dangerous than an angry Wookiee. If you take Mandalore with you, though, you should be just fine. Just get me the encrypted holodisk. After that, if there is a Jedi Master in the palace, I'll get you a meeting with him.
You'll get me a meeting. And we get a double-bladed lightsaber for saving this dude? That's a bit weird. Alright. We can finally give Visas her double-bladed lightsaber back in a former fashion after all this time. But yeah, one more thing. I guess
You found the encrypted holodisks yet? I won't be able to get a hold of my contact from the palace without it.
But I didn't press the button to talk to you. I guess it was just automatic. I'll be going. Yeah, so go talk to her. And you said she was hanging out in the cantina. She wasn't there last time I checked. Are you lying to me? Alright, we'll double check. We'll make sure maybe the game will finally put her model in. Well, hopefully she wouldn't cause too much trouble. I mean, we're fine with beast masters. We talked to that one guy out in the front, so you know, maybe you're not a thug. Although from the description, she probably is a thug. But how can we tell that she's a thug? I don't know. But we'll find out here in a second. But hopefully this won't end too badly. It's just a few holodisks. We'll talk her. We'll use our Jedi mind tricks. You know, the whoop-de-doo, bing, bang, boom. We're inside the palace. And then we're one step closer to getting all the Jedi Masters. I'm trying to remember where else we have to go. Haven't we gone to... Let's see. Nar Shaddaa, Dantooine, Onderon. There's one more place we need to go, I think. So we're getting closer. At least closer to the... I guess the last quarter of the game or whatever it is, but that'll still be a while though. Alright. Where's this backlash? She's got to be around here somewhere, right? That's, oh! She popped in out of nowhere. There she is. You look just like all the other people.
What do you want here, Offworlder? The room is taken. The whole cantina is taken. You should leave.
You sound British. Are you sure you're from around here? I mean, you have something to say. I want to get back, or just try. I wouldn't use that tone with me. How about this? Are you a beast rider?
What's it to you?
I'm just asking. Jesus. I mean, whatever this world's god persona is. I guess Force. May the... What would a curse would be in a... I mean, they have cursing in this world and stuff like that. Although it's usually PG PG type of cursing, you know, like nerf herder and stuff like that. But what would a general curse like, you know, if you use God's name in vain, you know, oh, forsakes or something like that? I mean, I've never heard that before, but yeah. Anyway, you have something that belongs to Dagon again. I want to get back.
You? And just how do you intend to do that?
Force wave. I mean, I have some credits, perhaps. I was hoping I'd be able to buy any holidays to get from his office. First, I tend to cut you down in front of your men. Then, after I kill him, I'll take off your corpse. I have some credits, perhaps.
The off-worlder wants to make a donation. Kill her and take everything.
Oh, well, okay. Well, I guess it's just all about intention. And in the middle of this bar, too. Luckily, she didn't realize that we have the power of OPness. That's right, I said OPness. What do you gotta do about it? Huh, I think someone shot like a sonic gun at me or something like that, like just dropped me on the other side of the room. But anyway, we have the power of awesomeness, so we're good. Alright, let's take these guys. Whee! And whee! Oh, come on. Whee! And she's dead. Thank you.
This will not stop us for long.
Ow. And, oh, was that it? Oh. Alright, folks, nothing to see here. Don't get too excited. Don't go screaming around or anything. Man, I guess these people are so used to violence that they didn't have any problem with it just happening right in front of them. Oh, well. It's that type of world, isn't it? Oh, no. Wait, what? Just the only one remains? Kind of looks like it. Alright. Take her remains. Come here. Touching dead bodies. Ooh, we got another starport visa. Yeah, you actually get 2 in this place. You actually can choose 2 different people. So I already chose the Republic officer, but you obviously know who the other one will be. But we also get the encrypted holodisk and a Rhodian Deathblade. We don't really need the Rhodian Deathblade, but it said it was open, so I don't think I need Kif to reset it. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we can, I guess it's already open, so we don't have to do anything about it, so, yeah, we'll, here in a second we'll go, drop that one. Sometimes I get lost. No, it was the next, okay, it was this one that I should have dropped it. Alright, there we go. Yeah, you could give it to the captain, that'd be fine. It really depends on how much of a reward or how many light points you want. I mean, as far as I know, there's really no, like, confirmation or extra scene later on that you get with what your choice adds, which is kind of sad. I mean, not every choice has to have an obvious consequence. Sometimes in the game, it's just getting points to beef up one stat or another, or, you know, light sight or whatever. So, but yeah, now we have an open starport visa, so now we can go back to the previous section. But first, we're gonna actually, I think I'm trying to remember if I talk to Dagon, if it automatically goes to the next section or next part of the story. Maybe. I'm trying to recall. I don't think so. I think you can just walk in, but yeah, better. Since it'll only take a second anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and drop off that other open visa because it said it was already open. So all I have to do. Wait, what's Riken doing over here?
Stay out of trouble.
Oh, okay, that was weird, huh? Why did he move it from his previous spot? Maybe that was a weird glitch or something like that, because I don't think he was supposed to move from that spot. I thought he was supposed to stay in his current location. Well, that's the problem with although I couldn't really tell you if that's the fault of the game or if that's an emulation issue. Because sometimes the emulation issues can't add extra weird functions to the game that aren't there. Like how I explained before, how sometimes in certain areas the game will make like random blip and buzzing noises, which I edit those out. You could probably tell that there's scenes where suddenly the sound cuts out for like a second. It's me cutting out the noises that appear, because no one wants to hear that all of a sudden. I mean, some of the noises aren't too bad, but it just kind of ruins the flow a little bit, and I'd rather cut it out and have some dead noise for just a brief second. Oh no, Riken isn't there anymore. Huh. Anyway, we're gonna give the other reward to the poor, defenseless family
Captain, you're
who
back.
kind of lied to
Please
me.
tell
But
me you have an open star.
yeah, we have we're the good guys. We're gonna give you the visa. I haven't found a visa for you here.
Thank the Four Moons for your kindness, Off-Worlder. I only wish I had some way to thank you. But my children and I will never forget your kindness. Hurry, children. We get to go on a spaceship, thanks to the captain.
Yay, we get light side points and experience. Hey, if anything, it's really the experience that matters. And we don't get any snide remarks from frickin' Kreia about how we shouldn't just do good deeds for no reason or whatever. No, I mean, when you think about, like, when she explained it on Nar Shaddaa, when she, you know, there's that quest line where she shows the reaction of either helping or hindering the guy, she kind of does make a point about, you know, if you're too good, then at what point do people stop trying to help themselves out? You know what the saying as it goes, you know, people only, or God only helps those that help themselves, or something similar to that. So, but if you're too aggressive, sometimes you'll, you know, like if you're too dark side or too heavy-handed with how you treat people, about wanting to pull up your bootstraps, sometimes it might go in the opposite direction towards depression, or you know, some people just can't pull them up by their bootstraps by themselves. Like, they need a slight amount of assistance. I'm kind of in the middle when it comes to that. Like, I believe people should work for anything that they want, but I understand the fact that there are some people that that have trouble, whether it be from lack of intelligence or, you know, something, or like, just, I'm not saying stupidity per se, but, you know, like, something happened to them, like maybe, you know, maybe they have a disease, or maybe, you know, they grew up with mental health issues, that type of thing, you know, and that's just something that's chemical, and that's, well, anyway, let's talk to Dagon Ghent before.
You found the encrypted holodisks yet? I won't be able to get a hold of my contact from the palace without it.
Before I start going into, you know, morality territory and all this other stuff. We're playing Knights of the Old Republic 2, dang it. I got the holodisks from Bakel.
Great, go in there. With these, I'll check my contacts at the palace. I should be able to get a meeting with your Jedi Master shortly. You got anything you need to take care of in the quarter, you best do it now. You're dealing with serious politics by contacting them. If things go bad during a meeting, you may not be welcome in Isis anymore. Perhaps never. Just let me know if you want to go through with this.
It's basically your chance to
come back when you're ready. Better yet, call the whole thing off. Palace politics can get you killed these days.
I think you can still go back depending on no matter what happens, but it's been forever since I've checked that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a, I mean, I do this every time anyway, but I always make a backup save just in case if something happens or I forgot some minor detail or whatever, so I can go back and show it or whatever. But I think for the most part we're good. I bought everything I actually wanted here.
So you still intend to go through with it? I can schedule the meeting with your Jedi Master as soon as you like. Like I was saying, though, once I use my contact, you may be in over your head. You may not be welcome back on Isis again.
It's basically saying there might be some major story scenes happening that you should probably save before you do it.
Yeah, I'll get on it. Just grab a cot and rest a bit. Once I get a meeting time, I'll let you know.
Alright.
Is this meeting a trap? I can't afford to lose you, especially given recent events.
Anything could be a trap. That clue is no fool. But if the message is true...
Is this necessary? I can guarantee your safety in the palace, but outside these walls, the General has many men that would do anything for him.
Nothing in life is certain, Your Majesty. But I feel something. There is a disruption in the Force. I must investigate this.
Very well. But please, be cautious.
Aren't I always?
That's what I was afraid you'd say.
Well, the meeting is on. Head straight to the cantina. You guys should be in there. And no offense, but I hope I never see you again.
Not even Mandalore, your friend? Or maybe just me, the Jedi. Because apparently Jedi in this world cause trouble, which, you know, most of the extended universe reading material, usually that is true. I mean, most of the people who try to destroy or any, you know, galaxy related events usually deal with Jedi and Sith, usually in most stories. Very rarely have any of the extended material not dealt with that stuff. I think even the Yuzhong Vong, or Yuzhong Vong, however you pronounce it, I think they still had Force-ish abilities, or they had the ability to nullify the Force. You know, so technically, well, I mean, they're not Sith, but they had to deal with the Force anyway, so when the Jedi had to fight them. That's probably one of the few issues I have with the extended universe.
The palace is a full battle readiness. Smuggling in a message is no small task.
Well, we are Jedi. We'd never think small, only big, big, big. Master KOTOR, I didn't know you were still alive.
KOTOR, the famed Jedi Guardian. The Mandalorians counted on the fact it would be you, not Revan, who would lead the Jedi against us during the Mandalorian Wars. I wonder how we'd have fared against you. I thought you were killed fighting Malik during the Jedi Civil War.
It seems my former student keeps curious company. Strange times lead to strange alliances, though. No, I survived the war. If only just. Why are you here? I imagine that you hold little love for any on the Jedi Council anymore. Even an old friend.
I've heard this voice actor before, now that I think about it, if I can't recall. I think he's done voice acting for the Clone Wars cartoon and other such things before. And probably other cartoons and other such things, but I don't think I've heard him lately, though. I wonder if he's passed on or retired, maybe. Or maybe it's just his voice has gotten older, so I don't recognize it anymore. I didn't expect you to turn on me too, KOTOR. Oh, I guess he was one of my big teachers or something like that. Well, I mean, at least according to the Old Republic, there was multiple teachers, and then you just choose a master at some point. But obviously, it's not. He wasn't the master. Well, maybe. I don't believe that I trust in their wisdom. I want to know why I was cast out of the Jedi Order. Yeah, I didn't expect you to turn on me too, KOTOR. How do we want to respond to this? I didn't expect you to turn on me too, KOTOR.
You have to understand that it was a time of great uncertainty. We just learned that Darth Revan was back with an armada. Every Jedi that went with him was lost, corrupted, and as dark as their master. And then there was you. Many thought you were a spy. But there's more to it than that. And I think you deserve an
Am I interrupting? In orbit, I thought for sure that the Ebon Hawk was mine. I was certain, only to see you slip through my fingers during the battle. Imagine my delight to discover you were on Isis. Quite careless, if you ask me. Get them, men, and watch your aim. Civilian casualties cause a mess of paperwork.
I must return to the palace. I'll get word to you when I'm able. Run!
What have you done to my men? Blast! Men, take care of her. I won't let KOTOR escape.
For the sake of subtlety, I suggest we avoid using grenades and any other weapons that may injure civilians in this battle.
You mean don't use super-ass force powers? Oh, okay. Now you care, Kreia. Actually, Kreia is more of a balanced character. She just wants everything to be kind of even. Light side, dark side, right down the middle. I don't really care about civilians. Whatever. Yes, of course, it goes without saying. Really, as long as we get light side points for how we respond to KOTOR. As long as we don't talk about wanting to murder his butt, he'll be fine. Okay. Well, as far as I know, Mandalore won't do anything. So, and I think I'm on aggressive, so usually means I won't do anything. So it probably means a good time for me to just play as a Kreia. Because if we start using force push or pull, we're going to be like more force. Although, wouldn't Insanity do something? I don't know. I mean, they're not considered enemies, so. Yeah, better just go with regular attack. We'll let my AI self take care of. Yep. Well, actually, probably would have been a good time to use like shields and everything like that, but because if I use Kreia, she'll use all of her force abilities, and I wasn't sure if using like insanity or these other things would cause it to hurt civilians. Although I don't. Oh, everyone's kind of. Some people are panicked. Some people are like, "Give me another beer." Blah. Oh, these guys kind of ran off, Kif and all that. I wonder, did they say anything after that? Oh, associating with people like you is bad for business. Okay, so they kind of do respond. What do you say?
Seems like you take after me. You should leave the city. Tobin's boys don't play nice.
Yeah, well, I'm not dark side, so I'm not completely like you. You could, I could have given her the open spaceport and gotten the,
I'll tell Dagon Ghent to get out of ISIS fast. They'll figure out his connection to all this soon enough. Good luck.
Oh. It is kind of neat that, that they actually do have some slight dialogue changes. Get out of my bar, Miss Green. You brought trouble with General Vauldemare. Very bad for business. Oh, I thought we were friends. You're only friends until you, Oh, whoops. Oh yeah, I didn't do any of the swoop racing. Whoops. Ah, well, whatever. Didn't you see the fight just now? Oh yeah. Fight? You mean swoop? Vaclu's troops were just in here. They tried to kill me. But there was swoop race. Swoop fast. I heard noise, but Vix watched swoop race. Well, at least you got you're very into your hobbies. That's great, Vix. I'm gonna go starting over here now. And I quickly jabbed over there. I've got nothing to say. Or I've got something to say. Bar will be closing shortly. Cynthia, please do not bring your trouble back here. Your trouble. You can't have for Vaclu forever. Yeah, I completely forgot to do the swoop racing, but I don't think there was really any story in it because otherwise they wouldn't have completely cut off this little section. What does the captain say? I just want to get out of the city, man. All right, time to get off here. Looks like we need to chase after the Jedi Master, who's being chased by Vaclu's subordinate. Which really, random guy with pistols gonna beat a Jedi Master who's a Guardian class? Which the Guardian class are straight up fighters in fighter builds with fighter feats. Yeah, I wonder who's gonna win that confrontation. That's the bad thing is sometimes when you play tabletop RPGs like myself, sometimes you forget to roleplay and you look more at stats sometimes when you build characters. Although some games, unfortunately, are built so upon the stats that it's hard to not look at those. Although it really depends on the person running the game of how important those are. I like to think I'm a bit of the middle when it comes to those types of things where I like to have characters with power, but I also want to have role playing and all this other stuff as well. So, all right. See, I think we were just chasing after them. We're going to the palace, right? As Ranch's word for the meeting. So you contact you later. Probably means we just have to go back to. Whoa. Okay. Well, I guess we're just going that way, huh? So we're getting chased by the. Oops. Now it's like, wow, how do you guys keep saving? Well, I guess that's why you use Force Wave, because at least you get damage out of it. Well, so much for not trying to be enemy of the government. Now we're just having to murder all the soldiers out in the streets. And yes, we're killing them. We're not sending them to another dimension. We're not knocking them out. We're killing them. Get used to it. Actually, Star Wars is one of those weird series that was generally like, when you think of the content in it, it's more of a parent PG type of movie, but it's one of those like PG type of movies that can easily have dark like ideas or concepts in it, and it still works without having to be too. Where'd Kreia go? Oh, you're just okay. Wait, did she? No. Okay, come on. Why didn't it let me highlighting them for some reason? Okay, dude. Dude, let me highlight. It wasn't letting me highlight them. Yeesh. Luckily, Force Wave just... Luckily, Force Wave knocks out people. And we're okay, so... Alright, get up, Kreia. Get on. Get up. Mandalorian power shield, okay. Switch of rockets for Mira if you have her in her group. You know, unfortunately, after a certain point, I kind of forget about Mira's rockets, even though that's an interesting item and ability. But I do forget about it after a while, just because at some point we become so powerful, or at least I'm so used to having such high level that I just kind of browbeat through everything after a point, and strategy kind of gets thrown out the window. Ooh, Kuba's Scoundrel, although that's only useful for like a couple characters, depending on the ability of your character anyway. So, alright, well, looks like Vaklu's on to us, and the Jedi Master has run off. Looks like we'll have to find a way to contact him, but we've already become an enemy of the state, and now it's pretty obvious. So how we get to General Vaklu, the Queen, and the Jedi Master? Find out next time in the next episode of Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. And may the Force be with you.